Hey guys, what's going on? It's DGamer and I'm back here again with another episode of Batman Arkham City. In the last episode that we left off, we destroyed the Titan containers after discovering Bane was in Arkham City after we knocked him into the river in Arkham Island. We also discovered that he wasn't destroying the Titan containers like he said he would be. We actually had to fight alongside him, which was a really cool moment, and then lock him up and destroy his 6 containers, which Batman suspected would be the case. We then did the last of the Riddler trophies, at least for Batman's side, in the steel mill. Then we also hit up the identity theft mission and discovered Thomas Elliot, aka Hush, performed a surgery on himself down there in that room to make himself look like Bruce Wayne and destroy his reputation, just like he's been doing almost every single story he's been in since his introduction in the comic arc Batman Hush. Anyway, this is going to be an episode that is mostly dedicated... Anyway, this is going to be an episode dedicated to the Riddler trophies and the stuff that we have left that we haven't collected from him, so let's get to it and see if we can do it all in one. I don't think we can because there's so many, but let's try. It's far from perfect, but she calls it home. It's Catwoman's apartment. Catwoman and Two-Face, as I said, I've transitioned because we have so many riddles left. Our Arkham stories all into one episode coming soon. Sorry about that, guys. Can we just agree I'm more clever than...
Tell me everything about the Riddler.
I just do what he says! I'll tell you everything!
Thank you. Riddler, talk.
Oh, crap. Okay, I just help him out.
Thanks for your help.
Escape. That's bullcrap.
I know you work for Riddler.
How? I mean, yes. Please, don't hurt me. I'll tell you everything.
There was never any doubt in my mind.
I like that if you enter Detective Vision and look at Selina's cats at the Catwoman switch points on the roofs that you can just see through them. They don't have bone structures. Are they Clayface? No, it's probably actually too difficult at the time that this game released to enter any bone structures inside their models. Whoa, you can get an upper look at Catwoman's apartment. That's really cool. If I remember correctly, in Arkham City's original release, you couldn't because the glass was just stained through. So I'm gonna have to come back here and look at her apartment again on New Game Plus and see what we can see. I also like that the gates aren't open for us until now, after Two-Face blows her apartment up. Do you think she just goes back to live in the rubble? We have to use the disruptor here to stop that turret from firing. You can hear it desperately trying to fire after killing these different Arkham City goons trying to escape, I bet. There we go. We can find the camps where the political prisoners would be staying here in Arkham City. You've been warned, people aren't the only unstable part of this city. Unlocking the Arkham story seismic disturbances. Fun fact, Arkham City's structure is actually quite similar to a story arc that spanned 100 or so issues in the comics at one point, I believe, called Batman No Man's Land, where the criminals all broke out and all started taking up different factions of the city and turned it into a massive gang war, and an earthquake struck and it ended up making it to where the government enacted martial law, making Gotham just a city able to fight out its own problems, and the government was not to intervene, and so that left Batman and the Bat family to deal with that fallout. And Arkham City seems to be very much so, sort of, with all of its earthquake, rumbled buildings and structures falling into the sea. It very much seems to be inspired by Batman No Man's Land. Conform and comply. Strange before his passing. His billboards are so authoritarian. All perimeter walls are monitored. Lethal force is authorized. Fascist. We can see the gate electrified that Arkham prisoner, and it will do the same to us if we try to get through. We could not hack this. Admittance is our password. We could not hack that with the cryptographic sequencer until we received the master code from the Tiger helicopters and Protocol 10. For our next Riddler trophy cage to unlock, we have to spray explosive gel on these 4 different points, which we only have 3 explosive gel slots. So what we actually have to do is 2 there, then run along the rooftops of the buildings, glide over here, land here, spray gel on this one, run back over to our central roof relative to this cage, blow up our different marks, and there we go, battering that one, boom, trophy done. Another disruptor turret, simple enough. There we go. I love how you can just hear it bugging out, trying to kill us, and it just isn't working. Explosive gel this wall. Boom, there we go. There we go.
Don't make me hurt you.
I'll tell you what I know.
Thank you.
Another one of the problems with Arkham City while we're collecting our trophy that I think made it partly as easy as it was for Strange to pull the strings, other than the fact that he was working with Raish, obviously, is that, look at these tin roofs, for example. These are the kind of things in the alley of these streets on this side of Gotham. I think that it's that there is so much new being built on top of all the old and everything clashing with one another that some areas, such as this, obviously, being affected by the earthquakes, are being left behind and being turned into the poor and the slums areas of the city, and just being forgotten about and not properly taken care of at all, because everyone is so focused on getting on to the new stuff that they're just leaving behind the old. I would venture to argue that Gotham City on this part in Arkham City is actually collapsing underneath its own weight, and that's why they're having the earthquakes, but that's just me.
Do you realize how many bones you've got left for me to break?
Oh God, please don't hurt me. I'll tell you what I know.
Do you have strange thoughts? Maybe you should seek help. Strange Goings On is our story, and we scanned Strange Minds, Hugo Strange's therapist's office before he became the doctor at Arkham. I am an actor who can transform a film with the final cut. Who am I? Basil Carlo is the Terror, Sean Kittleson, Victoria Setian, Ernest Zamora, Matthew Mizutani, and there we go. That Basil Carlo is the Terror. Basil Carlo is obviously the specific Clayface that we got for the Arkhamverse. And I find it funny that whilst all of his hints are incredibly obvious, even to the point of Harley saying, "Oh, it's not you, is it?" in the beginning of the game, and also his poster for his film being right there, we just don't notice it because we're so focused on the main story. Here's always been one of my personal favorite Riddler trophies to grab in Arkham City, and it's just because you get to do that cool slide under the car. This one. Here's another trophy that is incredibly simple to grab. We just get to bust through that breakable wood. I always love when we get the chance to do that in the Arkham games. Call me simple-minded, but I've always just loved the small little power trip that you get for that long, getting to punch through the weak wooden walls versus blowing up the explosive gel walls. 6 legs went in and only 2 came out. Where am I? Close Arkham City is our story. Damn, Riddler is being harsh in this game with his riddles. Acing the chemistry test will illuminate you. Holding grudges. 2 of 3. We get to use our wreck gun to get this Riddler trophy stuck in this ball out. Here we go, simple enough. Here's one of my other favorite ways of getting a Riddler trophy, just getting to kick through those wooden walls. There was our next camera. You don't have to be crazy to shop here, do you? Jezebel Center. Illegal operations is our story. Can you defeat a mind such as mine? Yes, Eddie, we can. What he's wanting us to do is just come up to a high vantage point and boom, onto this to get it all the way to the top. And then hit the Riddler trophy marker and grab the trophy. Simple enough. Cool angle though.
He was lucky to get away. Still got scars.
I see you're too scared to face me.
Whoa, that was a cool line. The thugs talked over it so it was harder to hear. But it was a thug saying that Zaz cut up his buddy Ash and he cut him up in places that he still doesn't like to think about, and that he was lucky to get away. So that's really cool, actually. This den is where the vicious animals take your treasure. Is it theft or is it already stolen? Hugo Strange's storage vault. Tiger's confiscated goods. It is the vault that Catwoman crawled into earlier. This cage is really clever because if you approach near it at all, he has some kind of detection system that will tell it to close up. So if we just come up here and simply hide from that system, there we go. And here's another camera if we do this. There we go. Can't use this. Random door? I have to wonder if it was some sort of either cut side mission or if it's a developer room. In some games, developers will have rooms where they put in different assets of the game just to keep the code running. Metropolis is the password, which is both obviously a word meaning city of the future, but it's also a fun little reference to Superman's Metropolis, which we're going to the Arkhamverse version of in Suicide Squad. My copy actually got here as of the day recording this, so it's time to start double and triple recording that with some other series. If we come here and stand on this Riddler pad, then what I think we have to do is this. Yeah, slide through it, and it's a very cool thing where the gates start closing behind us as we slide, and you just hear it, and it's very rhythmic, and I love it. And now we can't get back in there, which is fine. You're a dummy if you don't try and buy one. Scarface, 2 of 3 puppets, magic, ventriloquism, props, magic and props. Scarface is obviously the potentially possessed puppet that we talked about and showed in Arkham Asylum that works with the mobster, or the ventriloquist rather, Albert Wesker. There's a question of if Albert is just projecting another personality that's a mobster onto Scarface, or Scarface is possessed. If we come back up to this roof, Sharp is gone now. Do you need to look sharp to campaign for change? Election time, vote sharp and cut crime in Gotham. Yeah, how is that going for you, you sociopathic murderer? We can see the Gotham City Herald right here. It's just an old advertisement for the Gotham newspaper. And on top of it, the authoritarian fascists like, "You are under close surveillance, new air support." Here's the alleyway all the way back where we started and scaled our building up to Ace Chemicals after knocking out the Penguin and his goons and getting our Batsuit. Ah, good times. Back when Joker was alive.
How much do I need to hurt you?
You don't. I'll talk.
That was never in doubt.
If we look up here, there's another one just up there for us to grab.
I've got him. He's over here.
The riddle we scanned was, the feuding families always sit down to a good meal. Will there be a massacre? And it's Sal Maroni's restaurant, one of the OG 3 crime bosses of the old era of crime before all the supervillains in Gotham. Intellectual is our password for that. Brain power is our password for that. If we're smart about how we blow up those mines like we did, then we can get in here to do this.
Tell me everything you know about Riddler.
Riddler? Yeah, no problem.
Thanks. Tell me what I need to know, or get ready to hurt.
Please don't hurt me. I'll talk.
Of course you will.
Man, the animations and the lines of dialogue, both for the interrogations, are so extensive. There seems to be a never-ending pool of them. It's so cool. Mad Hatter, Hat Shop, Cowboy, Trophy, or Bowler. Hats off to anyone brave enough to try this hat on. Here's another way of getting some Riddler trophies that are very fun. If we get up here and do this.
Bane was dead, but guess what? He's in this toilet of a city somewhere.
Arkham City is not the place to be rich or famous. Bruce Wayne has never felt quite so wanted. The Cobblepot feud, 1 of 5. And it's wanted photos of and posters of Bruce Wayne just all in a row. Here's a closer look at the rubble of the museum from that missile strike earlier during Protocol 10. Wow, Eddie's men really are working themselves overtime to get into these high spots to put the Riddler trophies in. Peekaboo, I see you. Come here. I love that subject too small. My intellect towers above yours, Batman. I wonder if you'll ever be able to solve this. Tigers in the City. That's a really cool name, actually, and a really cool play on words. Studies have shown that if you're not on your best behavior, you'll come out crazy. How strange, it says. Hugo Strange's experiments. There's also a Riddler trophy up there. And here is where we first got pushed out into the rioting prisoners and getting captured by Penguin when we were still not suited up, and when we were with Jack Ryder and the rest of the prisoners that they put us in with. And here was Azrael watching us all the way back then like this. And it's very, very, very cool that you can catch sight of that early on if you know what you're paying attention for. How in the world are you doing this, Edward? And also, a very important detail is that Azrael knows who Bruce is underneath the mask of the Batman because he was watching us all the way back then when we were captured and unsuited, so. Was the writing on the wall from the moment you entered? Arkham City, opened by Mayor Quincy Sharp on the date of November 19th. And it cuts off there, but you can see a 1. So, what? November 19th, is it the 1990s or something then? No, it's not. The commonly accepted belief is that these games are all just taking place when they release, but it's interesting to see why there's a 1 there. It's very, very interesting. Whoa, that's Arkham Asylum, I think. Now we're having to listen to these posthumous recordings of Strange. Interrogation is our password for that. Here is this question can only be answered from a certain perspective or from an unusual perspective. Can you get yourself there is what its title is, what the riddle is. It's just one of his invisible question marks. Again, sounds more like fascism than anything to me. Whoa, the fact that we threw the batarang at it and broke it is still sticking after all this time. How cool is that, guys? Promote is our password for here. Here is back all the way where the Tiger Guard smashed our head into the TV. We can break that because it's two-way glass, showing that we were being watched the whole time by someone. We don't really get to know who we were being watched by, and I wonder where this goes. We can't tell because we can't go in it. If we actually look up, we can do that. You don't want to be caught off guard in this place, do you? Studying the bat. Fun fact for anyone who has seen the original reveal trailer of Arkham City, which is a live-action looking TV spot. It's not live-action, but it looks very much like it. It is Strange sending Tiger Guards to apprehend Batman on a Gotham roof, and Batman absolutely demolishing them while Strange is interrogating the guard on how the operation went, and he says, "You knew we couldn't beat him, you knew he was too tough for us." And he says something to the effect of, "Yes, but now I know that little bit more about him," and then kills this guard, and he's here. And this is also an asset from Arkham Asylum. This little gurney, it's the same one that Joker was brought in on, and that we are stuck on in the third Scarecrow vision. We will find this out when we read the Arkham City stories, but the Tiger Guards aren't following what they want. They're mind-controlled by Strange. We will find out how when we read. Fun fact, thankful to Monty Zander for pointing this out when he did his critique, Batman Arkham City breaking the bat. But the Tiger Guards, since they are brainwashed, their heartbeats never rise above something like 85 or 95, and a steady nervous. Then they don't reach terrified status like other criminals. I wonder what was in that room that we can't get in. If we want another trophy, we just throw our freeze blast down here and simply do this. quite easy.
Tell me what I want to know about Riddler, or get ready to eat through a straw.
This is all I know. Don't hurt me.
Of course not.
You crybaby. What's wrong, crybaby? Do you want...
Thank you. Batman. Thank you.
We can actually find this Tiger terminal, which it looks like is connected to all of the CCTV cameras. Chronicle is the password. It will add all of the locations of the security cameras of whatever sector of the city we are in. And if we come here on the pages that are for Riddler's collectibles in the different sectors of the exterior of the city, we can see interrogate the tiger's brain, and you may learn how to blind it. Yeah, fuck you, tiger. We have landed on the lion's head. This is quite a curious place to be right now.
Lie to me if you're done eating solid food.
Please, I'll tell you what I know.
Good.
A reminder of our fallen clown. The descriptions for all of the Joker teeth were, "What's that annoying noise? Chatter, 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 why won't you just shut up? I can hear you from here. Are you cold or just scared? Are you cold? No, then what's all the chattering about?" Once again, a very easy find. Locomotive is our password here. Haha, you're so clever for us being in the subway and making it that password, Eddie. That also opens up this. Tickets is our password for this. The back claw definitely should have been big enough to reach through that railing, but okay.
I know you're lying.
Please, don't hurt me. I'm walking.
Good night.
At some point on their way through the subway during the main campaign, the Joker's crew sprayed this onto the wall. I guess to mark their territory. Didn't do them much good, did it? Who's the one that ended up dying? God, that just sounds so horrible. No entry. Really. This is the one and only time in the game whatsoever where we have to do that. I'd venture to guess we could do that to any electrical fuse box, but it's the one and only time where we have to. And we can't use a batarang as far as I can tell. Inviting us to a challenge.
This is not going to be easy, Dark Knight.
Are you sure?
What number comes after 3 when the night falls? The answer is 2. 1. And the Dark Knight detective fails to complete my challenge. What happened, Dark Knight? Did you actually outthink my puzzle?
There's Croc's den, and I just think it's funny that there's a little slip sign there. There's also a lot of skulls there. Back where we collapsed all those years ago. No, I'm kidding. It was only like a few hours. Fortification was our password.
Please don't lie to me. I only just got Riddler's last informant's blood off my face.
Oh God, no. I'll tell you everything.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Gentlemen's hats and accessories. Interesting to note that they were making the same toys that Crank Co. Toys is, and the toys that Bane has with him. I know that it's just reused assets, but still. Look what this man wants us to do. How is he getting these up there? Back in the depths of Wonder City. It's actually really cool if we decide to scale Wonder Tower again. You can see fire and ash raining down from Protocol 11 when Strange tried to kill Ra's and Batman. You're not likely to notice it until you interrogate a Riddler informant and get the locations of the breakables, but there are demon heads on Wonder Tower. But the reason that it's cool that there are demon heads here on the tower is because, just like with Clayface, it's much further foreshadowing that Ra's is involved in everything. How in the world did Eddie's men get up here? And the path further into where Wonder Tower was is completely blocked now by pipes and metal pieces. There's our demon seals gone, and the description for those is: how does the demon make his mark? Do you know how to write the demon's name? This name will seal the deal for us all. Is this the signature of a demon? Interesting to note in the Wonder Tower elevator that amongst these classic Wonder City posters, there are newer "You Are Under Surveillance" of Arkham Institute for the Criminally Insane and Tiger posters. So, all walls are monitored. New air support. Do these demonic twins pose a threat? Is our riddle Talia's guard. If we try to open the door into the Lazarus pit, we can't. It is still locked. Cute dinosaur model. He's so small. Look at him. Wow, there was one case here for Batman in the back of the museum at the front entrance this whole time with the photos from Arkham Asylum. Coming soon. He knocked the desk lamp off. Time for some punishment. Oh, we killed him. Demon Rex. So, you're not gonna see the Riddler trophy, unfortunately, because the footage corrupted because the game crashed, but there's a Riddler trophy that you can get up on this very, very cool observation Whoa, it reloaded good. There's also the fact that you can do this. We are a Dino Ranger. We ride on pterodactyls around here. We are also T-Rex Rangers in these parts. You can also come up here, and if you walk carefully enough, climb his tail. Triassic is our password. Too bad we had the cryptographic sequencer. We cannot electrify the penguins. Yeah, we can do that with our backlaw though. You may be wondering, how do we get to here? Easy climb on top of Scarface's display, which we did. Come in here. Boom, there's a penguin down. Disable this with the disruptor. Sprint past. And there you go. On our way through to collect our Riddler trophies in the museum, you can find this conversation.
I know, man. Catwoman made him look pretty dumb, right?
She made him look like an idiot, that's what she did. 1 minute is all. I own this town, and I'll teach Catwoman to screw with me. Next, he's pinned down, begging not to be made more ugly than he already is.
Keep it down, I hear you.
Nah, obvious. He's gone into hiding. He won't dare show his ugly mug around here again.
You know what he's like. All it takes is one toss of that coin and he could be back. You know.
Not this time.
Alchemy's behind you then.
What?
Yeah, you should see your face. Do you need me to go find you some new pants?
Funny.
Let's go beat him up, shall we? It's a pretty entertaining conversation.
You really don't want to lie to me. Tell me about Riddler.
I don't know much, but I'll tell you everything. Don't hurt me.
If you're lying, I'll come find you.
We have to come up here and activate the password Primeval so that we can do this.
Someone tells us what's happening with Arkham City. Then we decide.
You think? What the hell can they do next? Arkham County? Arkham Country? Big-ass Arkham World?
Like that'll ever happen.
I don't know, man. These people are crazy, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Shout it, Batman!
If we come back to the war room where we first encountered Mr. Sickle, we will get that trophy. We can also find this poster for the Abramovici twins. Brothers in arms, brothers at war. Who's right? Who's left? The Abramovici twins, 2 of 2. Rawr.
I want answers. What's Riddler planning?
No, please. This is all he told me.
Thanks.
How do Riddler's men keep getting into these tight spaces where there's only explosive gel walls and steam pipes that they wouldn't have the ability to stop to do that? It makes you wonder. In the vent. Huh. Bye, Ozzy.
Well, look who's back to see me. What's up, Batman? Did a little bird tell you that Two-Face is back?
I'm surprised he didn't kill you. What did you do? Hide?
Who do you think you're talking to? Oswald Cobblepot doesn't hide from anyone. Understand? He just didn't see me, that's all.
How convenient. Face or legs? Which one do I break first?
No, don't hurt me. I'll talk.
Of course you will.
The church and see what I can find. Sure you will. Oh!
I take it you stopped the bombing. Good work. What about the tower exploding? You had something to do with that too, right?
I may have. How are you and the other cops holding up?
We're fine. You wouldn't believe the kind of crap we found in this place.
Stay here. And don't let in anyone you don't recognize. This is nearly over.
Did Two-Face put up much of a fight? When we retreated from the lobby, we left Penguin in the cabinet. Hopefully, Two-Face put a bullet in that freak's head, too.
This night just keeps getting worse, don't it? So what next? All-out war in Gotham City?
It's cool that you can see him messing with Penguin's trick umbrella and almost shooting himself accidentally.
I've had it with this place. Ninjas, one-eyed freaks, Icemen. What next? Zombies?
Well, yes, actually, Solomon Grundy was underneath here.
We've barricaded the route back into the museum. There's no way anyone's coming through here. Too bad Cobblepot's still out front. Maybe Two-Face had a little fun with him. I can't wait to get out of this place. I've had enough of Arkham to last me a lifetime.
I think that voice for Officer Whitman is Nolan North, the actor who plays Penguin. He's actually, I've caught on, recast in this specific game with voicing Officer Whitman. Some of the thugs is pretty cool, actually.
Too bad Cobblepot's still out front. Maybe Two-Face had a little fun with him.
Two-Face came in shooting. We were lucky to get back here in one piece. Did you find out how Penguin got his hands on that crap Joker used to make monsters back at the asylum? Two-Face came in shooting. We were lucky to get back here in one piece.
It's cool that they'll actively mention the events of Arkham Asylum, and also it's pretty cool that Two-Face came in, and not only that they fled, but also that he left them alone and was solely focused on Catwoman. And it's cool to see that what they barricaded the front entrance with is just a lot of tables and stuff. You wouldn't normally notice this roaming through here, but the last breakables are here. There are all 12 penguins. You guys are really lucky not knowing that Solomon Grundy is under here. But look at that vista that you get outside of the Iceberg Lounge's ceiling. It's so beautiful. Man, Arkham City is just gorgeous all around. All of the Arkham games are, but City has lots of shine to it that makes everything look extremely beautiful, and I cannot wait for you guys to see the jump from the level of visuals here to Arkham Knight if you don't know what we're about to get into.
What was the deal with that ninja, Batman? I saw her break out of the case. Did you find her? My guys will do whatever it takes, Batman.
Is that Troy Baker?
I can't believe how many guns are in this place. I still want some payback, Batman.
Can anyone top the Penguin when it comes to the full VIP treatment? We now have the entire The Cobblepot feud storyline unlocked to read later. Here is the museum done. It's very cool that the concept art is referring to Cyrus Pinckney, because he is a character that you learn a lot more about in the events of Arkham Origins. He was one of Gotham's founders and then got himself caught up in a mob scheme, and it was reported widely that he was assassinated and that he died from that. But then when you finish his collectibles in Arkham Origins, which are just scanning statues with his memorial on it at certain landmarks in the city, you find the location of his tomb, and you go in and you find the coffin completely empty, and you finding actually that he ran away and escaped from the mob and hid for the rest of his life, and it's just a very cool story.
Riddler's plans. Tell me or I'll hurt you.
I'll tell you what I know, please. You don't need to hurt me.
So I see. Don't dare lie to me. I'll know.
Please, this is all I know.
Thank you.
How much more can you take, little girl?
Please.
Thank you.
Tell me about Riddler, and do it before I hurt you.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Good. I know you work for Riddler.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll tell you what you want to know.
It's been a pleasure. Tell me everything about the Riddler.
Just do what he says. I'll tell you everything.
Thank you.
Here's our next Tiger CCTV box. Surveillance is the password to shut it down.
Riddler, talk.
Oh, crap. Okay, I just help him out.
Thanks for your help.
Here's our final camera for Park Row. There we go. The description for Park Row is: these tigers' eyes burn bright in the sky, Do you feel like you're being watched? Maybe you are. How many eyes are watching from the skies? Why are the tiger's eyes in the sky? I also like to think that shutting down the tiger terminals that are linked to all of the cameras, yeah, they reveal the location of the cameras on the map when you hack them, and you might be wondering, why do I need to hack them then if I've destroyed all the cameras, which so far we haven't, but maybe you're in that position, and I'd like to headcanon that it's because when you hack it, you are able to either encrypt all the data so that only Batman can use it, or shut it down and erase it permanently so that every bit of recorded footage cannot be hacked by any remaining Tiger Guards or any future villain who wants to use it. Analytical is our password. We have to do that with our remote electrical charge, or our rec gun, and blow up that wall. There we go. We actually drop behind the church, we will find one of his puzzles. There are 2 trophies here to collect. One is Batman's. We have to use our line launcher to get up here and do this. The other is Catwoman's, where we will come back to stand on that Riddler pad again, and then scale the walls using the grates.
Knew you could do it. Sharp, huh? Never thought I'd see that a-hole again. You did it. Thanks, Batman.
As we begin to rescue our different Riddler hostages, we can actually come back to the church to find them grouping up here once again, and we will have to use our rec gun to get in because they will have the gate dropped like such to keep themselves safe this time.
Oh, we meet again, Mr. Mayor.
Miss Vale, I really don't have anything to say.
Really? How about the fact that it was you that hired Hugo Strange?
It wasn't my fault.
Oh? Then whose was it? Gotham wants to know. Gotham needs to know.
I have no comment. Now please leave me alone.
So this is where you came back to hide.
I told you everything. Please just leave me alone.
Whoa, we get our interview tape with Quincy by talking to him.
I told you everything.
Would you like to set the record straight? Tell Gotham exactly what's happening in Arkham City?
And we get the second half by talking to Vicky Vale. That's so cool.
How about that interview, Batman?
Why'd you say it like that? Well, Jack Ryder found himself back here.
I can't believe Strange sent someone to kill me. Thanks, Batman. You got time to say a few words? No? Figures. That's it. I'm getting out of here, and then I'm telling everyone what Strange did in here.
There's actually a bonus with him at the beginning of the game that I missed. It's a missable interaction that only happens if you do it right before rescuing Catwoman from Two-Face, where you can find him getting beat up by thugs and save him and get some special dialogue and a hint towards a possible future for his character, and I will be putting that in one of the bonus episodes for this series. We can actually find Aaron Cash's valuables from Arkham Asylum, which were also a riddle there. Then it was only his family portrait. Here it's his family portrait, his hook, and his access card. If you find the name, does the cash come in hand? Aaron Cash. I love doing that. If we come back to start scaling the bell tower that Joker blew up at the very beginning of the game, we obviously cannot go back into the actual room in and of itself where the bell would have been because Joker destroyed it, but we can find a Riddler trophy around here somewhere. There's a wicked looking statue. We need to get in the courthouse for our last few trophies and riddle in Park Row, and we can't go through the front. It is permanently destroyed. If we remember the fact that there is a back entrance, we can actually go through it. Here we go.
The cat bitch took out the boss. I was there.
30 days half September.
But whatever, man. We need a new plan. Assuming none of you have a better idea, I say we hide out here while the rest of them run round in circles over the Joker's untimely passing. I take it by your silence that you don't. Good.
I love all of these different hidden conversations you can get if you're clever enough to try and find them. And also, it is such cool attention to detail that Rocksteady put in the fact. Whoa, they looked up? Cool. It's such cool attention to detail, the fact that Rocksteady put in places that will be permanently destroyed by the helicopter strikes, or permanently blocked off, like with the cops and their barricades, so that you have to find different routes in.
I know you work for Riddler. There was never any doubt in my mind.
30 days half September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February alone, to which we, 28, assign. Till leap year gives us 29.
Who's crazy enough to date this guy? That, my friends, is the serial killer Join Day, or the Calendar Man. He is a serial killer who only acts on different holidays, and it is pretty creepy, some of the stuff he will do or has done. There are actually a few different things we can do with him. 1, we can just talk to him. 2, we can talk to him on each holiday of the year in real time, such as the real New Year's or the real Valentine's Day, to get specific dialogues from him. And if we do them all real holidays, at least on the American calendar, then we end up getting a trophy for Calendar Man telling us a story. I will showcase that to you guys by modifying my console's clock, which does work, and make a bonus video showing all of his dialogues. We can also talk to him if we back up the console's clock specifically to the day in 1998, I believe, when Rocksteady was founded, and he will give us bonus dialogue that relates as an Easter egg to maybe something in Arkham Knight. Maybe not, I don't know. And it will be in the bonus video of all hints in Arkham City towards Arkham Knight.
Saint Valentine, give me your heart this February.
It's almost Valentine's Day, so that's really cool that he has dialogue pertaining to what day of the year it is, almost. So excluding our Catwoman trophies, that is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down, 7, 8, and not really 9 because we only have 1 physical challenge left to go. Here is our last Riddler physical challenge. It is dive over 50 meters.
What's the bat doing here?
I thought he was gonna kill me. Thanks. Thank you. I'm gonna find someplace safe to hide from these animals.
Don't make me hurt you.
I'll tell you what I know.
Thank you.
I thought I told you to go get me some. What happened?
I couldn't find any. Please, it's not my fault. believe you saved me.
Alright, so there wasn't originally going to be an end to this video in this spot. I know it's kind of weird, but also I figure for you guys' sake you need a break from all of the endless trophies, and also we're almost out of time, so this way we can mash the little bit of Batman's stuff that we have left together with Catwoman's stuff. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below. Both of those really help the channel out. If you comment, we could have a conversation. Subscribe so that you never miss another upload. Share the video with your friends and family so that we could spread more positivity to more people. And remember to fight the corruption. And I hope that you all enjoyed. Love you all.